In this clip, I will demonstrate how the self-cleaning capability of Anderson power poles work. As you slide the contacts together, the friction clears the oxidation from the surface, giving you a secure electrical connection. You can also see there's no male or female connection. One connector does both. Here we have the power pole distribution box. It has one input and 5 outputs. It uses standard automobile fuses, which means you can get spare fuses from any automobile electrician. The main input has a 25 amps fuse and the rest have 5 amp fuses. I will now demonstrate how you would crimp your own connectors. Here I have 2 alligator clips. This is my preferred method of connecting to car batteries. First step is to measure how much cable to strip. So you take one of the ferrule connectors, measure how much you need to strip, and strip both cables, the positive and the negative. I have a handy self-adjusting cable stripper. They're very cheap from AliExpress and they're very useful to have around home. I like these helping hands. They're very useful when soldering or when trying to crimp things together. It's like having an extra set of hands. These are cheap Black & Decker models. There are better ones out there. You don't have to have these, but they're useful. Now we slip in the ferrule and we crimp the cable in place. I do not own the correct style crimper for this job, but any cable crimper will do if you're careful. You will notice in the video that I crimp it multiple times. That's because I don't have the correct tool for the job. And sometimes I would rotate the connector because this crimper will squeeze the connector out of shape. So I have to squeeze it back into square. So we do this for both the positive and the negative terminal. After crimping, we have to check that the connection is secure. This is very important because if you've not done a good job, the cable will slide out of the crimped connection. The same process is repeated for the other cable. If you have the correct tool for the job, this is actually going to take you seconds for every connector. I plan to order an Anderson power pole crimping tool soon. Again, we check the security of the connection. Note now the orientation, which I will slide the ferrule into the connector. The curved side should be pointing upwards. Rewind this video several times if you need to check that you're doing it correctly. It should just clip into place now. We repeat the same process for the other terminal. If you have done this correctly, you will hear the ferrule clip into place. Next, we check the orientation, which we will snap these connectors together. So we plug them into the box, and once we're sure of the orientation, so here we've got to check. You see, I got it wrong the first time. So that's how the red one clips in, and black one clips in next to it. Now we can slide these two connectors together. There is a dovetail and a receiving dovetail on the other end. So they will just slide together like so. And now you have a single connector. Now that our power input cable is ready, we can repeat this for the other outputs. So for example, mount, camera, and focuser. These connectors are readily available in the market. You can easily buy them online in bulk.